We begin with Amara, a member of a very rare, female-only group of people, each born with unique supernatural powers known as sirens. She is also a vault hunter, someone who searches the universe for vaults, or large hidden caches of technology left behind by the Iridians, an advanced and ancient alien race. Answering a recruitment call from the Crimson Raiders and arriving on Pandora to meet Lilith, who is also a siren, Amara is ordered to recover a lost vault map, which the Children of the Vault, or COV, have recently obtained. Amara finds the map, which directs her to the city planet of Promethea, the location of the first discovered vault, as well as the Atlas Corporation's headquarters. However, before she can depart, she is ambushed by the Calypso twins, Tyreen and Troy, who reveal they are both sirens from being conjoined at birth, making Troy the only male siren, with the drawback to this that he needs to leech off of Tyreen's powers to survive. Tyreen steals Lilith's powers with her life-draining abilities, then takes the map and leaves for Promethea with Troy. Amara and the Crimson Raiders take a large starship, called Sanctuary 3, to Promethea in pursuit of the twins. Upon their arrival, they find the planet is under attack by the Malawan Corporation and COV forces, with Malawan's CEO, Katagawa Jr., joining forces with the twins on a hostile takeover attempt on Atlas, now owned by Reese, a former manager at the Hyperion Corporation. Amara helps Reese stall the attack, after which he directs her to the planet Athenas, where the Promethean Vault Key is kept. On Athenas, Amara helps Maya and her apprentice Ava, who are also sirens, recover the key, learning it is only 1/3 of the whole artifact, before Maya and Ava both join the Crimson Raiders. Amara returns to Promethea, disables Malawan's orbital laser cannon powered by the second part of the key, taking it with her, and kills Katagawa Jr. Reese then gives her the third and final part of the key, along with the vault's location. Inside it, Amara encounters and defeats the Rampager, a deadly alien beast acting as a de facto guard. The twins arrive just after the Rampager's defeat, and Tyreen absorbs its power, revealing the twins' plan to absorb the power of the Vault monsters on their way to the Great Vault, rumored to be the largest and most valuable of all vaults. Ava attempts to fight them, but is quickly overpowered. Maya intervenes to save her, but is killed by Troy, who drains her life force and powers. Amara and the Crimson Raiders head to the next vault, located on the swamp planet of Eden 6, owned by the Jacobs family, also being invaded by the COV. Wainwright Jacobs, heir to the Jacobs Corporation, agrees to help Amara obtain the Eden 6 vault key if she rescues his lover, Alistair Hammerlock. Amara finds Hammerlock, who reveals he was betrayed by his sister Aurelia, who has sided with the twins, making a deal to get them the key in exchange for their help with the hostile takeover of the Jacobs Corporation. Amara gathers all 3 pieces of the key and kills Aurelia. She opens the vault and defeats its guardian monster, the Grave Ward. Patricia Tanis, a scientist and archaeologist who specializes in Iridian artifacts and technology, proceeds to drain the Grave Ward's energy before Tyreen can absorb it. Enraged, the twins kidnap Tanis and take her back to Pandora to publicly execute her. Amara returns to Pandora with the Crimson Raiders in order to rescue Tanis. During the rescue, Tanis reveals that she also has siren powers that she inherited from another siren named Angel after her death, and that she and Lilith have been keeping it a secret. Tanis warns that the twins are already preparing to open the Great Vault and drain the energy of the monster within it. Amara assaults the COV's main headquarters, but is too late to prevent Troy from activating the Great Vault's key, which is the entire moon of Pandora, called Elpis. Amara fights and kills Troy, which causes Ava to inherit the siren powers he had stolen from Maya. However, the Great Vault starts opening and Tyreen absorbs Troy's remaining energy before escaping. Amara is contacted by Typhon de Leon, the first Vault Hunter, who warns her that the Great Vault contains an interdimensional monster called the Destroyer, which can consume the entire universe. He summons Amara to the lost Iridian homeworld, Necrophyteo. At Necrophyteo, Typhon explains that the Great Vault isn't simply located on Pandora, but is actually the entire planet itself. The Iridians created it to act as a prison, sacrificed their entire civilization to capture the Destroyer, and left behind the device they used to imprison it in case it ever escaped. As Amara gathers the 4 vault keys needed to power the imprisoning device, Tyreen reveals that Typhon is her and Troy's father. Typhon admits that he had tried to keep the twins with him on Necrophyteo to protect them, but they saw it as a prison, becoming bitter and power-hungry. Tyreen disables the imprisoning device before it can be used, and mortally wounds Typhon before fleeing to Pandora. Amara reaches Tyreen just as she merges with the Destroyer, granting her even more power. Amara defeats her, and Lilith regains her siren powers as a result. However, Elpis still threatens to destroy Pandora as it continues to open the Great Vault. Lilith sacrifices herself to shut down Elpis, leaving a flaming Firehawk sigil branded on it. Afterward, Amara, the Crimson Raiders, and all their allies honor and memorialize Lilith, and look skyward to Elpis's Firehawk in remembrance and appreciation.